what is trauma and how to heal from it. Experiencing trauma in your childhood can result in severe and long-term effect. When childhood trauma is not healed or resolved, a sense of fear and helplessness carries over into adulthood, setting the stage for further trauma. However, even if your trauma happened many years ago, there are steps you can take to overcome the pain. You can heal yourself, learn to trust and connect with yourself and others again. Hi, this is me, Jyotika Bedi, founder of Happiness is Love, and I'm very grateful to do this kind of work because I want to talk to you about the symptoms of psychological trauma first before we talk about how to heal. We all react to trauma in different ways, experiencing a wide range of physical and emotional reactions. There is no right or wrong way to think, feel, or respond. Everyone's trauma is unique, so don't judge your own reactions or those of other people. Your responses are normal reactions to abnormal events. I feel you. You're not alone. Emotional and psychological symptoms are, for example, shock, disbelief, confusion, anger, irritability, mood swings, anxiety and fear, guilt, shame, self-blame, withdrawing from others, feeling sad or hopeless, feeling disconnected or numb. Physical symptoms are insomnia or nightmares. It could be fatigue, being startled easily, difficulty in concentrating, racing heartbeat, edginess and agitation, aches and pains, muscle tension. Healing from trauma is possible. Trauma symptoms typically last from a few days to a few months, gradually fading as you process the unsettling event. What happened to you was not your responsibility, but healing is. When you're feeling better, you may be troubled from time to time by painful memories of your trauma or emotions. I don't know where you are on your healing journey, especially in response to triggers such as an anniversary of the event or something that reminds you of the trauma. I'm here to tell you healing is possible. If your psychological traumas or symptoms don't ease up, or if they become even worse, and you find that you're unable to move from the event for a prolonged period of time, you may be experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD. While emotional trauma is a normal response to an unpleasant or a disturbing event, it becomes PTSD when your nervous system gets stuck and you remain in the psychological shock, unable to make sense of what happened or how to process your emotions about the event. Whether or not a traumatic event involves death, you as a survivor must cope with the loss, at least temporarily, of your sense of safety. The natural reaction to this loss may be grief or is grief. Like people who have lost a loved one, you need to go through the grieving process. It's an individualistic process for everyone. The following tips can help you cope with a sense of grief, heal from the trauma, and move in your life. And I'm sharing this with you because I truly believe that healing is possible. Trauma recovery tip number 1, get moving. Trauma disrupts your body's natural equilibrium, freezing us in a state of hyperarousal and fear. I've been there too. As well as burning off adrenaline and releasing endorphins. Exercise and movement is the only antidote. It actually really helps you repair your nervous system. All you need to do is just try to exercise for 20 to 30 minutes for at least 3 to 5 days a week. Or you can start little by little. 10 minutes of spurts of exercise per day is a great start. If it seems too overwhelming, you can break it down. Exercise that is rhythmic and engages both your arms and your legs. It could be walking, running, jumping, swimming, cycling, dancing works best for me. Add a mindfulness element instead of focusing on your thoughts or distracting yourself while you exercise. Really focus on giving your body that love and gratitude and how it really feels when you move your body. Notice the sensations of your feet hitting the ground, for example, or the rhythm of your breathing, or feeling of wind on your skin when you start to sweat. Rock climbing, boxing, weight training, Pilates, martial arts, anything that makes it fun and easy for you to follow through. After all, you need to focus on your actions, your body movements during these activities in order to work on your healing. Tip number 2, don't isolate. Following a trauma, you may want to withdraw from others. I get you, I feel you. Your feelings are valid. However, isolation only makes things worse. Connecting to others face to face will help you heal, will help you deal with the trauma so that you can make an effort to maintain your relationships and avoid spending too much time alone, because we were not hardwired for isolation. We were hardwired for connection. You don't have to keep talking about the trauma. Connecting with others doesn't have to involve talking about too much about the trauma. In fact, for some people, that can just make things worse. Real comfort comes from feeling engaged and accepted by those who truly love you. So ask for support from those who believe in you, who are there for you. While you don't have to talk about all aspects of the trauma, it is important that you have someone to share your real feelings with face to face, someone who hears you, someone who understands you, someone who's there for you, who will listen attentively without judging you or giving you unsolicited advice. Turn to a trusted friend, a mentor, a counselor, a neighbor, anyone who makes you feel loved. Participate in social activities even if you don't feel like it. This is what I did for my own healing. Do normal activities with other people, activities that have nothing to do with the traumatic experience. You'll have to force yourself to get out and do the work. Reconnect with old friends. If you've retreated from relationships that were once important to you, stop and pause. Make the effort to reconnect with maybe that one person. Join a support group for trauma survivors. So helpful. Connecting with others who are facing a similar problem is therapeutic. It can help reduce your sense of isolation, and hearing how others cope can help inspire you in your own repair work, in your own recovery, and you will realize that you're not alone. And together we are stronger. Volunteer. As well as helping others, volunteering, I found this very, very useful, can be a great way to challenge the sense of helplessness and sometimes hopelessness that often accompanies any kind of trauma. Remind yourself of your strengths and reclaim your sense of power by helping others. Make new friends. If you live alone or far from family and friends, I know it's hard. It's important to reach out and make new connections. This is the work that you need to do. Make conscious effort to get out of your comfort zone. Take a class or join a club to meet people with similar interests. I started to drum. I'm now a drummer because this made me connect with myself. It helped me get out of my comfort zone, reach out. And today I feel so good. If connecting to others may be difficult to you, many people who have experienced trauma feel intense disconnection, withdrawal, and find it very, very difficult to connect with other people. I feel you, I hear you. If that describes you, there are some actions that you can take before you meet with a friend or get out of your comfort zone. Exercise or move. Jump up and down, swing your arms and legs, do jumping jacks. I do that many often, and just focus on your body. Your head will feel clearer and you'll find it easier to connect. Vocal toning. As strange as it sounds, vocal toning is a great way to open up your social engagement. This is something which I practice and I help my clients practice as well. Sit up straight and simply make sounds. Change the pitch and volume until you experience a pleasant vibration in your face. Try this, it's very, very powerful. Tip number 3, self-regulate your nervous system. No matter how agitated, no matter how anxious or out of control you feel, it's important to know that you can change your arousal system and you can calm yourself. You have the power. Not only will it help relieve the anxiety associated with trauma, but it will also engender a greater sense of control, because what happened to you was not in your control. What is in your control are your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings. Mindfulness, practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness breathing is a quick way to calm yourself down. Simply take 60 breaths, focusing your attention on each inhale and exhale. Sensory input. Does a specific sight, smell or taste quickly make you feel calm? Or maybe petting an animal or listening to music works quickly to soothe you. Again, different things work for different people. Everyone responds to sensory input in a little different way. So experiment with different quick self-stress relief techniques to find what works best for you. It could be going for a walk. Stay grounded. To feel in the present moment and more grounded, sit on a chair. Feel your feet on the ground and your back against the chair. Look around you and pick up 6 objects that have red or blue in them. And then notice how your breathing gets deeper and calmer. These are very powerful grounding techniques. Allow yourself to feel what you feel when you feel it. Feel the feeling. Whatever feeling comes is welcome. Acknowledge your feeling about the trauma as they arise and accept them without fighting them. Help Guides Emotional Intelligence Toolkit. This is something which is very powerful. Tip number 4, taking care of your health. It's true, having a healthy body can increase your ability to cope with the stress of your trauma, and it starts with your mind. Health begins in our head. Get plenty of sleep. We all know that. After a traumatic experience, worry or fear can disturb your sleep patterns. But a lack of good quality sleep will only inflate your trauma symptoms and make it harder to maintain your emotional balance. Prioritizing sleep is super important. Go to sleep and get up at the same time each day. This is what sleep science is saying, and aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. This is a gift that you will give yourself. Health starts with your sleep. Avoid alcohol and usage of drugs. This is the worst way to deal with our traumas. It increases feelings of emptiness and depression and anxiety and isolation. Eat a well-balanced diet. Eating small, well-balanced meals throughout the day will help you keep your energy up and minimize mood swings. Because again, mind-body balance is important. Avoid sugar and fried foods and eat plenty of omega-3 fats, such as salmon if you're a non-vegetarian. Have lots of walnuts and flax seeds to give your mood that boost. Food plays a huge role in elevating our mood, reducing stress. Try relaxing techniques such as meditation, yoga, deep breathing, whatever that calms your mind. Schedule time for activities that bring you joy, guilt-free. It could be anything. I started drumming, I started learning Zumba, whatever. When you seek professional help, therapy, coaching for trauma recovery, you will see this is the greatest investment in your time. And everyone heals in their own pace. But if months have passed and your symptoms aren't going, you may need professional intervention from a trauma expert. Seek help for trauma if you're having too much trouble functioning at home or work, suffering from severe, excessive fear, anxiety, or maybe even depression, unable to form close, satisfying relationships. You're trying, but it's just not happening. Experiencing terrifying moments, nightmares, or flashbacks, avoiding more and more of anything that reminds you of the trauma. Emotionally, you're feeling numb and disconnected from yourself and others. You've started to use alcohol or drugs to feel better. I'm here to tell you that working through trauma can be scary, painful, and potentially re-traumatizing. So this healing work is best undertaken with the help of an experienced professional. Sometimes it's hard for us to do the hard work alone. Finding the right therapist, the right coach, the right mentor may take some time. However, it's very important that the person that you choose has experience with treating trauma. But the quality of the relationship with your therapist or coach or mentor is equally important. So I want you to choose a trauma specialist you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel safe, respected, or understood, I'm going to urge you to find yourself another one. Ask yourself, did you feel comfortable discussing your problems with the person? Did you feel like the therapist or the coach or the mentor understood what you were talking about? Were your concerns taken seriously, or were they minimized or maybe even dismissed? Were you treated with compassion and respect? Do you believe that you could grow to trust this person? Do you feel you have experienced childhood trauma? Tell us in the comments below how you have been coping with it. We at Happiness is Love truly care about your well-being, your healing. We are here and we care because we believe that together we are stronger, together we are better.